bleed me. I see clearly now. You tried to feed on me. I see clearly now. You tried to bleed me. I see clearly now. You tried to feed on me. I see clearly now. You tried to bleed me. I see clearly now. You tried to feed on me. And you're my enemy. All that we had is gone away. And there are times that fade away, but you'll still be my enemy. My enemy. My enemy. My enemy. Times about sports? You follow sports?
I don't wanna wait for love to be over. That works.
Now I still might hit you and they'll see that. I don't know why I'm still talking to this. It just happened.
Hello.
I will say, for what happened, Case Keenum didn't look bad.
No, he didn't look bad.
It was the rest of them. Wait.
I don't know why I'm still talking to this. It just happened. Oh, well then it's see. That's why I said just have it.
Why is it only? Oh, there we go. We're back.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Dace Man Show. I am your host, Chris the Dace Man Dace. Joining us this week, Frank Klein, Frank Ward, and Tits.
God, you're so unenthusiastic.
And because I want this to seamlessly be edited for Stitcher and all that shit, time for sports.
About sports, you follow sports?
So for the third time, we're gonna talk about this last week in the NFL.
I'm glad you nailed your emotions again the second time.
Because in 2 weeks' time, we will be watching the Super Bowl. Now, unfortunately for Frank, and fortunately for me, it was a good week in NFL. The Patriots somehow cheated their way into beating the Jaguars 24-20 in the last fucking second.
Well, that part wasn't good.
Well, sucks. But did you see Bill Belichick showed emotion?
Do tell.
You don't say.
Well, again, like I said before,
Referees on here.
like I said before, the refs
Wait.
showed just as much emotion, and now people know why everyone thinks they cheat.
No, again, the refs were just clearly trying to break things up
Yeah.
and all that. It's fine.
It wasn't even a ref. That's just the New Jersey. It's black and white striped.
Exactly.
Beautiful Patriots jersey.
Belichick actually hugged
That joke got a
another
lot
coach.
more laughs the first
So
time I did it.
in
when no one
the
could fucking
in the NFC
Oh, we're
Championship
done talking
game,
about that now. Just have to, woo,
I just have
Oh,
to.
go ahead. Yeah, get,
I'm just
get
gonna
to
rip the Band-Aid off.
Get to it then.
The
Let's go.
Eagles beat
They
the
didn't just
Vikings.
don't use the word beat.
Do you want me to be honest? Okay, the
Slaughtered.
Eagles
Fucking raped 'em.
spanked
The-
the Vikings
the
38-7.
The Eagles Chris Browned the Vikings.
Oh,
Pretty bad.
now
Very true.
Pretty bad.
I will admit that very first drive looked awesome, and then it was
Yes.
all downhill from there.
No.
Yes.
And like I said before, Case Keenum looked awesome. He did good.
He did all right. Yeah.
He
I
did
mean,
look good. He looked good. The rest of them not so much. Stephon Diggs did look good too. They did try. They had some work to do with Stephon Diggs. I'll give them that.
Purple and
Keenum
yellow look good together.
Keenum really couldn't do much when he's getting plowed constantly. So
Your
you can't really
offensive
blame
line
that.
needs some work.
But the defense, where the fuck were they? If you've seen them, please
They
let
were
me know
still
where
in-
Minnesota's
They
defense
were
is.
still in Minnesota.
I'm pretty sure we knocked them out with beer cans.
I'm pretty sure. No. I'm pretty sure they were
Probably it.
still. They saw those news stories
They were scared.
from Minnesota, and they were scared,
Yeah.
so they didn't want to come here.
But I do want to say a little piece to those Eagles fans of you. Don't be all high and mighty on Nick Foles. It wasn't him. When you have somebody that wide open,
No.
Frank Klein could have went out there and threw to him.
No.
You had
No,
wide
I
open
have,
players.
I have terrible depth perception.
You had wide open players. Like, nobody near him, just standing there like, hey, I'll catch it. Oh,
I will
okay.
say, and I was saying it earlier, the Patriots don't have a defense. They're all offense. I don't know if they're going to be able to stand up to our defense.
They have a defense.
No, barely.
Minnesota doesn't have a defense.
Minnesota, really, because they were the #1 ranked defense in the NFL. So I don't know what happened.
Me neither. You put up more points against them than like any 4 games total.
I know.
If you look at the track history.
It was,
Fuck.
and it was just. Oh, I feel bad. I do.
It's fine. But I did learn a valuable lesson of what it's like to wear a Vikings jersey in a bar near Philadelphia.
Oh,
I'm not,
God, what
I'm not
happened?
even in Philly. We're
Oh.
not to tell you where we are, but we're not in Philly. Okay, just for that. But I went out to the bar.
We're in Daceford.
I was booed when I walked. I was booed immediately when I walked in.
But it's all in good fun.
That's how we roll here.
Most of it was good fun. Nothing was actually over the
Dace in front
top.
of everything.
But like, I went to the restroom and somebody left, or as they were leaving, hit the lights on me.
Aww.
That's kind of funny.
But the worst part is the poor guy that was
Was
in
it
the
Nick?
No.
And you still had better aim than your quarterback.
Damn! Damn!
Oh, it's like I have jokes or something.
No, his quarterback had aim. It was just for the Eagles' defensive line.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But I felt way more sorry for the guy next to me in the stall because he had no idea what happened or why it happened to him.
That's
But
when
I
he
feel
yelled,
bad.
"Powers out! Oh my God!"
But I know what it feels like to be segregated against and hated.
Yeah.
Where you don't get served. They tell you to go home, go back where you came
Did
from.
they really?
Yeah. So I understand a lot of new things now.
Opened up the world to you.
Yes, it does.
But did some of them shake your hand and stuff like that?
Afterwards, after it was all said and done and
Yeah.
the beating was finished.
Yeah.
Well, first it was So are you from out there or something? Yeah, I'm from Iowa. Oh, it's okay, guys. He's from Iowa. It's fine.
He's
It's
not
fine.
a dick that lives here and just
Yeah.
chose that team.
Yeah.
He had to.
I had a group of them, like I was a specimen. Like, oh, look at him. Where are you from? What is it like? And then they followed up with, yo, I gotta give you props though. I mean, you got balls coming out here wearing that jersey. You got balls.
Well, can you blame them? Look at the news reports from Minnesota. They made us seem like we were like fucking Cuba, not like Philadelphia.
Well, you guys kind of lived up to that hype. But I will say though, where I went, I knew I was safe because I practically lived there.
Oh, okay.
And they want your money.
Yeah,
I would
they
have had
need
plenty
your
of people
money.
protecting me.
You probably give them like a good 1% of their earnings every month.
So had the Vikings won, they probably would have went like all celebrity, threw a blanket over me, rushed me out the back door, like, no, photographer, no, get out.
If you were up, you should have just dipped. I don't think if they were up going into halftime, I wouldn't have stayed. I'm like, I'm out.
No.
Yep, that was a good half, guys. Good luck.
Yeah, if the roles were reversed, I absolutely would have been out. I would not have stayed there.
Right, no, definitely not.
Because they put Crisco on those goddamn poles. They still overcame
Two
that.
people still went up those poles. It took them an hour to get one, not even, less than an hour to get up one of the Crisco poles.
There were still some fans that were mean after it was all said and done with the just fuck the Vikings, fuck you. You guys won. It's over now. We're cool.
They don't get this that much. That's the problem.
Neither do I.
Yeah, but you guys are too nice out there.
That's true. And everybody, you're holding up pretty
Oh,
good.
don't you know?
Vikings know how to let us down. This is what they do yearly. Maybe not normally this far, but they'll screw it up sooner or later.
They teased you the week before, and somehow you made it out with a miracle. And then this week they were just like, you know what? We're not going to disappoint you.
You know what? Forget it. We won't give you the hope. We're just going to die. That way, you don't even have to worry about it. Then it's done. You can go about your night.
Did you see the picture today of them already adjusting the field in Minnesota?
Yes, there
That
was a
has
friend
to
of
hurt.
ours, Mr. Eric Perez.
Oh
that
God, yeah,
He
tagged
decided to
Frank
share
in
it
that.
on my Facebook page.
Yeah, so they're already adjusting the field in Minnesota, and I just feel like they couldn't have done it any fucking faster.
I saw somebody write, well, at least Vikings Stadium made it to the Super
That's
Bowl.
what I posted that one. It said at least the Viking Stadium made it to the Super Bowl. Yep.
Actually, when they released that they were going to get the Super Bowl, I said, great, this is the closest we'll ever been to. Like, it's about time it came to Minnesota.
There was another one I'd seen, and it was a map of the United States, and it showed who everyone was voting for. There's a little section in Texas, and a little section in like West Virginia, Maryland area, and then like the Northeast. And they were all red, which meant the Patriots, and then the rest of the fucking country was green because nobody fucking likes the Patriots.
Nobody likes us either. Though.
Again, I'm not so much rooting for the Eagles. I'm rooting against
That's
the
what it
Patriots.
is. It's nobody wants the Patriots
I still
to
don't.
win.
Somehow, if like it was a tie and it all goes to stalemate, I'd be super happy. Like I don't necessarily want you guys to win, but I definitely don't want Tom Brady to win. But at the same time, Tom Brady he's won 5 Super Bowls now, and he's nowhere near that cocky. No. At least he knows how to hold it in. I mean, I don't know what he says to Giselle. Gazelle, whatever.
This is also one of my favorites.
I hope it's Gazelle.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Fuck the Vikings.
Doesn't even rhyme.
I know, but it was still funny.
Yeah.
That was totally
get
written
each
by
other.
somebody from Philadelphia.
It was 100%.
Well, they spelled blue right, so that's a plus. Kudos.
But the other cool thing was the thing you posted where from 6 miles away in West Deptford, you could hear the stadium clear as day doing the fight song, which blew my mind because that's how many fucking people were that loud and there.
Over the river, the guy sitting in his backyard
Here's
recording it.
sees the fireworks, everything.
That's what he was recording, the fireworks, and all of a sudden you hear the Fly Eagles Fly song. It's like, what the fuck?
It made me laugh because like not only were the dog masks there, people went above and beyond. I saw poodles, I saw German shepherds, I saw huskies, I saw pug heads.
These are all dogs.
Yes, but I'm talking about the one. They had one mask, but like people were doing other different, like any dog mask they could find. Yeah, they were getting other ones. It was hilarious.
I do find it entertaining. Oh,
Go ahead.
well, maybe because I haven't experienced this because normally Vikings don't blow anybody out. But the fact that it was 31-7 and the crowd never gave up, at least in the bar.
Never.
Like the Vikings were getting close and they're still getting pissed. Like, whoa, no, don't let him get another one.
Because with our luck as no, because with our luck as Eagles fans, we could be up by 31 fucking points and somehow still lose in 2 minutes. So they just can't. Every second counts.
That would have been the deadliest scenario for you.
Yeah.
Actually, Gibby texted me at halftime saying that, and then he responded with, "If we lose, run."
That would have been the worst.
Yeah.
Because they're on this high, and now they're down here.
That's the thing is Eagles they'll get to this high, and they'll get their fans all the way up, and then all of a sudden there'll be like 3 turnovers, and next thing you know is we're all fucking sobbing because we lost.
They would have murdered anything that was purple.
Yes.
Barney's dead. You're dead. Anything.
Anything,
Get the fuck out of the way.
So that's why, like, they will hold on to every fucking second, because if they lose that hype, they lose. They're done.
I think my favorite part, at least, of the game was the after the game when they all poured out into Philadelphia for some reason on a Sunday fucking night. Like,
my favorite was
what's
the
there to
video
do?
of them.
And there's none of the reporters knew how to handle it. So they were dropping F-bombs, and they kept going, "We're sorry, this is live." They were filming this black lady who was doing an interview, and all of a sudden the camera pans off of her, but you hear her talking, and all you hear goes, "Ma'am, your baby. Ma'am, that's your baby."
I heard that too.
"Ma'am, your baby." And you don't know what's happening off camera. And they get back to her, and she's just smiling. She's like, "Back to you."
No, there was another video. It wasn't a
exactly
news
what
reporter,
happened.
but it was like a Facebook video. And it's this red SUV driving down Philly. There's a guy literally sitting on top of this thing, driving down the street. And then as you follow it, there's this big, fat guy, shirtless, wearing an Eagles mask, just rubbing his belly, laughing.
There was just madness over there. Nobody was going to stop him either, too.
But, to
There was
be
a
fair,
line of cops just
Nobody
watching
got,
it.
Nobody got arrested. No, there was like maybe like a couple arrests.
I hate that statistic. Nobody got arrested.
No, there was only-
plenty of shit to arrest people on.
But they did it.
Just because the cops didn't arrest doesn't mean there
No,
wasn't some illegal
but it wasn't.
bullshit.
But what I'm saying is the
Wasn't well
cops.
behaved.
It was well enough that people they didn't. Care.
Somebody drove a fucking dune buggy up
I
the art
saw
museum steps. I don't know if you heard because Trish is loud as fuck. Somebody drove a dune buggy up the art museum steps. They, like Rocky, but in dune buggy.
How did they prepare for that though? Did they like?
It's Philly.
He
I
wasn't even a
wonder if
football
they already
fan.
had that planned out.
Well, no.
Or if they like were
My
excited
favorite
right out
was-
to the garage was like, oh shit.
I'm going.
My favorite was somebody tweeted and goes, you know, I'm really gonna miss Philly after this weekend. Nothing's gonna happen to it, but we're not entirely sure if it's gonna be there after this game.
I could just see that dune buggy thing. The
Did you
guy
see
just
the
sitting like,
video?
"This is my moment."
This is where I can get
There
away
is
with it.
chaos out
Yes.
there. Give me my keys. I'm going for it. And just floored it up those steps.
But it clearly, the police knew what they were doing. I think as long as nobody was fighting, nobody was getting killed.
But somebody punched a horse.
That was before the
the
game.
second time.
That was before
Twice
the
a
game.
fucking horse gets
That
cut.
was before the game.
Poor horses.
There could have been,
It's before the game. It's
Oh, then it's.
there could have been a baby murder for all we know. They never followed up with that lady. It was just baby, and then
My
just cut.
favorite was the fan that was running along the subway line and just fucking trucked it into that ball.
I saw
Did
that
you
video.
see the video from the other angle?
I saw the one angle, and Chuck was telling me, he's like, when you see it from that angle, like, oh my god, this guy was trying to make the train, he didn't make it. And then you see it from the other angle, it's like, he's a fucking asshole. That's why he got
So
clocked.
I
He
was
was just yelling
worried.
at
So
a
my
train.
thing was I was worried he was gonna get caught under the train because of the way he fell. And then you see the next video and you see he kept rolling. Well, apparently he went to work the next day perfectly fucking fine because they interviewed him.
It's the power of drunk.
They interviewed his buddy. They interviewed his buddy, like, weren't you afraid your buddy's head was going to get stuck between the train and the platform? He's like, nah, he's drunk, you would have been fine.
But this dude, I love it because the caption of the video is, "We're going to the Super." Oh, are you okay, bro?
Yeah, the chaos that happened after the game was much more entertaining than the game itself.
Yeah, because that game
yeah,
was just
I'll agree.
that game was just a one-sided mess.
I was watching it down here because I was setting this all back up, and I just kept going, no. This doesn't make sense. Like, no. And now all your hopes are up because we're going to go play the Patriots.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, Foles had a great game. I will give that to him. That was I don't know. Somebody said it, and this is actually the perfect way to describe it. Somebody said, "Who put that Foles jersey on Aaron Rodgers?"
I think the Vikings had a bad game. I don't
Like
think
I
it was that the Eagles
Like
had a
I
good
said,
game.
I know you don't listen to me, Trish, but I said that
I
like
did hear
20
you
minutes
say
ago.
it.
Foles didn't have a fantastic game because he was doing great,
He had a better game. He had a good game for him.
but he had wide open people. That's not your quarterback doing good things. That's your quarterback just going, oh yeah, here you go.
yeah.
Either
So
way,
whatever happened, either was the play calling, maybe the offensive coordinator drew up some stuff that completely baffled the Vikings, and they went, what?
Probably, because the way he played the game before and the way he played with the Vikings, it was completely different.
Yeah. So completely caught him
Well,
unaware, and Foles just.
the last game, at the end of the last game and during this game, there was what they were doing, which is run pass options. So basically, they had it set up so that if he needed to give the ball for somebody to run, they could, or if he needed to throw, he had someone out there. And that's where he strives, is those run-pass options.
I don't think he had anyone out there for the Falcons.
He didn't. That was the problem.
That entire game, he had
Not
no
until the
options
end.
that
He
far.
didn't until the end, which is when the run-pass options were starting to strive.
Mm-hmm.
Foles isn't very good with the short plays. Foles needs those long drives and those long throws.
Yeah.
He can't do much else.
But that's all he did in Atlanta, and then Vikings prepared for that, and then he completely changed it up.
Well,
that's why I don't
he
think
got
it's
that
100%
one
Nick.
with Corey Clement with with the flea flicker that just completely fucked them all up. That was the
That
one.
looked like he got lucky.
No, because it was called like that, but it was just still like. But it made me laugh because somebody literally said, "Who put that Foles jersey on Aaron Rodgers and put him out there on that field?"
I've had Aaron Rodgers on my fantasy team. That's no Aaron.
No.
I just laughed because that's what it was not Nick Foles. It was weird.
You could have had almost any quarterback in that situation.
It was a perfect storm for him.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you look good. Your stats are fucking padded. Good, great.
Yeah.
And you did the job. You didn't screw up those moments because you do have the Eli Mannings out there that have that glory moment.
Oh,
and just
fucking Mannings.
Wah! So, on that note, yeah, Foles played good because he actually was able to capitalize on it. But the fact that you have Alshon Jeffrey wide open 80 yards down the field just doing jumping jacks.
The other problem was, like you said, is nobody was blocking Case Keenum. That poor dude was just getting
Yeah, his one turnover was when he got fucking nailed.
He got nailed. And then the other one was the pick that he threw, but he was rushed on that pick because if you look, they almost didn't pick that off. The guy was about to knock it out of his hands.
And maybe Bradford is trying to get a position back, so he's like, hey, guys, let him slide, slipping hundreds to the lineman. Like, just, if he loses this
I'm sorry,
moment-
you mean glass bones and paper skin, Bradford? The dude is going to fall apart one
That
day.
doesn't mean he thinks so. In his mind.
True.
You have the issue, like all your quarterbacks were only 1-year deals, right?
Yeah, nobody has a clue what we're going to end up with. There's a bunch of speculation, but nobody knows
I
for sure
think they'd
what
be
we'll have.
best with Case Keenum.
Maybe
I
you end
disagree.
up with Foles.
I think we should see how healthy Bridgewater is, but he should still be our man. He was our man. He should still be our man.
I loved your owner, how every week he was just like, I'm not 100% sold on this Keenum guy. Like, at any moment, I'll pull him.
Yeah.
And I was shocked that he didn't get pulled in this game when it got up so hard. I thought Bradford was going to at least make an appearance.
Why not?
Yeah.
At that point, maybe you guys need to change some of, or at least let somebody else get hit a little
I
bit.
think their thought process was, God forbid we let Bradford get hit again, he may actually die.
And then we can't trade him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that's going to want Bradford, but
But I could
The
see.
Eagles did for a while.
the Vikings wanted him. But
The Eagles did, and then Bridgewater went down, and then we were like, here, have this.
maybe the Browns.
The Browns need somebody.
Could you imagine next year, though, that let's just say hypothetically the Eagles win the Super Bowl? Foles is going to be an amazing trading piece for the Eagles.
See,
I don't think they're going to trade him.
I don't
they're
think
gonna
they will
keep him.
either because we have no other backups.
Or he'll retire on top. Deuces.
Depends what they can get.
I think he's
he
just going
might.
to be happy
I
being
either
a
think that's
backup.
well. Did you see the interviews with him beforehand? So beforehand, somebody literally rubbed it in his face. They're like, "So you
Well,
do
Bradshaw-
realize?"
Terry Bradshaw had
yeah,
the interview
He
with
was
him.
like, "You're a
Fuck Terry
replacement."
Bradshaw.
He's like, "I know that." But he basically owned the replacement spot. Like he knows where he is. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, the question was, you win the Super Bowl, and then you're back to backup. How do you feel? And he gave the most PC answer you could give it.
He
It's
literally said,
"No,
was like,
fuck
yeah."
that. I want the number 1 spot.
But-
you don't have that drive.
he
Why,
doesn't-
why would you even be in
Because
it?
he knows he can't outperform Carson
No,
Wentz.
I think if he wins the Super Bowl, he'll have an argument, but he would never say it on TV because that'd make him look
But
bad.
the problem
Right,
is,
oh,
is
yeah,
that
yeah,
he
definitely.
didn't
That's
get them
behind
there.
closed doors.
This season would have
He's
been
taking
entirely.
him to the end, though.
But he does not have the talent that Wentz does. He can't perform under stress
You
in the
don't
pocket
know
like Wentz
I
does.
what
don't
Wentz
think-
can do in the playoffs.
I don't think Foles thinks that he's a first string.
He
quarterback.
doesn't. He almost
He
retired.
thinks he's yeah, exactly.
You walk out with a Super Bowl ring, that changes your perspective.
But
I
think
agree
he-
with that point.
No,
No,
he's gonna
I
get
agree-
a Super
no.
Bowl ring and go, wow, my defense got me a Super Bowl.
But that's
ring."
what you have to think
That's
about it
the
this
only way he
I
gets a
think-
Super Bowl
I
ring.
agree with Frank. I
You're
think
taking
Foles
out
knows.
the human aspect.
No,
Yeah.
I think Foles knows he has a limit, and his limit is very
Football
small.
players
He
aren't
can do.
humans.
He can do a couple games, and then he's done.
And they're definitely not full of pride or anything like that. No. They're very.
So you know what?
very
I got
humble.
your Super Bowl. I'm just gonna chill back
But
here.
at the end of the
How's
day,
your ACL? Okay, that's fine.
at the end of the
Over
day, Foles knows that there's not a shot in hell he's taking over for Wentz.
I don't think he is. I think they're banking on Wentz. I'm just saying he
But
will probably be more valuable elsewhere.
Yeah.
he might be. I don't know if they'll trade him because we have no other backups right now.
They don't need a really good backup if they're that confident in Wentz.
Well, what if,
It's not-
what
what
if
if he
his
gets hurt
ACL goes
again?
again? What if he's the
You
next Sam
can't
Bradford?
not have a good backup. If you have such a good quarterback, you need a good backup behind them just in case.
I don't know. They're going to have to fork a lot of money over for him. Keep him.
Probably.
Because
Unless he retires.
he
I
walks
think
out
if
with
he
that
wins,
Super Bowl where he did all the
No.
hard work. Like, he did the playoffs to where it mattered
I
the
think
most.
if he I think if they win the Super Bowl, he may retire.
Because they didn't play
The first round.
the Vikings this year, did they? No.
No.
Nope. Did they play the Falcons this year?
Yes. I believe.
Yeah,
No.
I know the Vikings did. I don't know.
Hold
I don't
on.
think
And then they
Philly
didn't
did.
play the Patriots. So those are 3 teams you have no idea if Wentz can stand up to.
It's true.
I understand that, but I don't think.
Football.
You should call full after this is done. Be like, hey, bud, I'll be your new agent. I got this for you. Just let me go.
I don't think that they'll do it. I think he likes where he is. As weird as it sounds, I do.
I don't know. I mean, if he thinks he can get to another Super Bowl,
Because
then yeah.
here's my thing.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me also raise this point. Look at how many teams this year needed a quarterback.
Oh.
So if he thought he had that, but that's what I'm saying. If
Look
he
at
thought
my
he
Final
had that
Fantasy.
talent,
Final Fantasy?
they could have
Fantasy
traded him to anybody at any point to get something for him.
Well, he wasn't as good as he is now.
Yes, he was, because he wasn't that bad last year when he was on the Rams.
But he doesn't have the potential of Super Bowl ring to be like, hey.
Yes,
Are we
but
done?
any team
The
that they're
man
gonna,
who dethroned Tom Brady.
but
That is
three
the
games,
headline.
3 games or 4 games versus an entire 14. It doesn't stand
The
up.
headline will be the man who dethroned Tom Brady. I
The
guarantee it.
headline should be "fuck Tom Brady," but
It's essentially that in the most
That's what
PC way.
sports reporters want to do is fuck Tom Brady
Possibly.
because it's fucking gross.
no, that's what
They
Bill
just-
Belichick wants to do.
I heard they're not
Oh,
going to
well,
walk.
Yeah, they're not getting. There's trouble in paradise.
Well,
Also, do you know what that fucking douchebag Belichick did? Is AFC gets to choose. Are they going to use their home jerseys or away jerseys? So they picked their home jerseys, or no, they picked their away jerseys. Yeah, they picked their away jerseys, which they pretty much never do. So Eagles would have to wear their green jersey because
they were going to wear the
fans-
black.
because fans are fucking superstitious, and every time you wear your green jersey, you've kind of ate shit and lost.
Twice.
We only.
And I'm telling you, fucking
That's what-
Belichick knows that shit.
That's what
and does it.
Belichick knows he knows any
So we're
minute
being- I
detail,
thought they
anything
were
that will
gonna do the
throw you
black.
a little bit off. Like
No,
if
because
you're-
we still have a chance to wear the alternate, which is the black.
No, they already picked. I don't know. Actually, you might be right, but I heard that they have to pick green.
No, I was told that they were going to do the
Who
alternate
the fuck
jersey.
tells you anything?
I have
she
a lot
knows
of friends
everything.
who knows
You don't
sports.
have any
She
friends.
knows
Carson
everything.
Wentz.
Your friends are right here. We all hate
I've actually met him, so you can't even make that joke.
That's why you're defending him.
So, like I was saying, Bill Belichick is
It's this guy.
Bill Belichick's really good at finding those little details, like anything that can throw your game off. If you're used to eating Cheerios in the morning, he'll make sure you got Frosted Flakes. Like anything he can do to throw your game off, he'll do it.
Yeah, if you're
That's
used to
why
a,
he smiled.
if you're used to a full pumped ball, he'll deflate it a little bit, and there you go.
Exactly. If you're used to the refs calling a fair game, he'll make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm surprised when they dumped the Gatorade on Peterson, it wasn't fucking acid. And then just the ref that smiled earlier just runs by, just. I don't know why he did that, but fuck him. He did.
Exactly.
You know,
But yeah,
that goes
that's
on.
what Belichick does.
Yeah. Belichick do what Belichick does.
Damn Skippy.
Well, in 2 weeks we have the Super Bowl, and this week we stop at Adventureland for a Madden tournament. Yeah, I plugged it again. Fuck
Oh,
you.
shit.
Make sure you
nobody
sign
heard
up.
the first
We have
plug.
7 spots left, and they're all really good teams.
Best teams.
Especially the
really good
Browns.
teams.
Take the Browns.
Hey, the Niners are still there with Garoppolo. Granted, I don't know who the...
Janine Garuff?
The Colt.
Did
The
she do
Colts are
Pat?
still there,
She
and
was
the
from
Ravens.
the
Aren't the Ravens still there?
Nah. Was he Pat, or is that somebody else?
No,
Aren't the Ravens still there?
She was in that
Yeah, I think so.
Because they're a
Movie.
decent team too.
Ben Affleck and a bowling ball, right? Is that
What?
Mr.
Ben Affleck and a
Ben
bowling
Affleck
ball?
wasn't in that. That was Ben Stiller.
Oh.
Ben Affleck
Oh,
and a
yeah.
bowling ball.
That's where
All right,
All Star
on to
came
gaming
from.
news.
Using my Benz.
On to gaming news with Dace.
Yeah,
This
well,
is weird.
Yeah.
time for gaming news.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
All right. Niantic has announced that
That's really good. That's
How bad
spot
did that
on.
hurt you?
If I
That
closed
did.
my eyes, I would have sworn Gibby was here with us.
Just walk and we'll be good.
So, Pokemon news. They've announced that there are more new Generation 3 Pokemon that are coming to Pokemon Go today. As announced on Pokemon Go's official site, 23 new Pokemon from the Hoenn region, originally the Ruby and Sapphire game, will begin to appear in the game today. This leaves 35 additional Pokemon from Generation 3 yet to be announced for Pokemon Go from previous generations. Mew, Caleb, and Smurgy.
And Jennifer.
Celebrate.
Whatever, Caleb.
Smeargle.
You know all their names.
Caleb and Smurfman
He's still got to do this like Gibby, so.
also have not appeared in the game yet.
Shit.
Oh, man. Does anybody still Pokemon Go?
Yes, I do.
Every time it comes up,
That
usually I
explains it.
click it.
That's fair. Like, oh, yeah, that thing. Hey, I still have it. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Tangela.
Yeah. We used to play it at work.
I still play it at work.
There was a lot of Jigglypuff on our work.
Right
Which
in that,
explains why I was so fucking tired there.
right in that woods,
Yeah.
right?
I got excited.
Did you fart?
I did. I got excited.
Oh, that was cute.
Thanks.
He made a little,
Well, I can't help it, man.
little too.
Can't hold that kind of stuff in.
Sony has announced that God of War will be released for the PS4 on April 20th of this year.
Fuck yeah, 420, blaze it with some Kratos.
Isn't that also when Super Troopers is coming out?
Yep.
Oh shit.
So you're gonna get high, watch Super Troopers, then play
kill
God of War 4.
And then trip out on God of War 4.
Oh shit.
In a post on the PlayStation blog, director Cory Barlog announced that the date and called the date his, quote, favorite release date of my entire career. If I live to be 100, I do not think I will be able to top this release date.
Fucking stoner.
People are going to get
100%.
stoned to play God of War. And in this new God
Especially
of War...
because it's about to be legal in Jersey.
Yeah, and Kratos has his son following around, which makes Kratos more responsible than you. As a parent.
Why are you looking at me? I don't
You're
have a
fuck-
kid.
You're from Iowa, you smoke weed, and you have at least one kid. I think you
I
have
have
sex once.
none of those things are true. Except for
None
maybe
of
the
those?
Iowa bit, but
I think you had sex once.
I've
none
heard
of those
tell.
things are true. None.
Yeah.
Saving it for marriage.
So Sony first revealed the new God of War at its E3 2016 press conference.
What's a ladybug?
Since then, we've learned that the game will take place in one single shot, and the Atreus actions can be controlled with a single button. At PSX, Sony revealed the new God of War details, including that Barlog expects gameplay to be last between 25 and 35 hours. So, recently, Sony revealed that the God of War Collector's Edition, which includes a 9-inch Kratos statue, small figures, a cloth map, and much more.
9-inch statue? Mine's 10 inches.
The Goku one I get Friday is only 6.
You wish.
Not really. That'd just be way too cumbersome.
Wrong mouse.
Wouldn't be able to wear shorts.
Right.
I don't wear shorts anyway, but I wouldn't be able to.
Hey, your
Wouldn't be an
name is Jeans.
option. Just saying, I wouldn't have the option.
It looks like the popular vehicle soccer game Rocket League is set to see cross-platform party support in 2018, building off its cross-platform play functionality. When asked on Twitter whether the feature was coming, the official support account for the game replied, saying, quote, we're actively working on cross-platform party support for a 2018 release. This is in line with Psyonix's roadmap released towards the end of the last year, which the developer said it intended to roll out Psynet's parties, the game party system, to all players in 2018. The account also clarified there is no specific information about what platforms will be supported at the launch.
So here's my thing with that. I feel like if one game's gonna do it, that might pave the way for
Oh, the poster died.
more. Oh shit, Frank, fucking fix it.
I didn't. It's on his side that fucked up.
Nuh-uh. Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
You literally ruin everything.
Yep. It ripped right the fuck out. Oh my god. This is why the Vikings lost. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know why you're laughing.
You did this.
That's why the Vikings lost, because I did it.
He's just gonna rub it in your face the
You
rest
want
of
me
the
to just
night.
hold it? We can just hold it.
Why, you missing a text?
Oh my
No, the text
god.
there, I think it ripped out. But this one wasn't like.
Talk amongst yourselves.
But I do think it'll lead for more games being cross-platform. If that one game can do it, the rest of them, people will bitch that why can't the rest of them?
I think it's only going to launch with just Xbox and PC.
And yeah, well, that's the big. Xbox has already said. Well, clearly, Microsoft has already said we would love to have cross-platform between PC and Xbox, and they're all gung ho about doing it for a lot of games.
Yeah, because.
Well, Sony's sitting there just jerking in the corner going,
We don't need you.
But PC and Xbox being cross-platform is going to be a lot easier than Xbox and PlayStation being cross-platform, though.
no, they just have to reach terms on doing it. That's all. Like, if they would just agree to it, they could do it. But instead, they're just like, no, we don't need to be a part of that. No.
We'll see what
He
happens.
censored my double beat off by standing in front.
Good.
We'll see what happens.
You only get like half a beat off. Oh, that's hand. Oh, there's the double beat off. All right, last piece of gaming news I got.
Oh, shit.
Gaming/celebrity news. John Cena is getting ready to shoot up some aliens. The wrestler turned actor is negotiations to star as Duke Nukem in Duke Nukem.
I'm actually kind of excited for that.
The big screen adaptation of the popular video game franchise featuring the politically incorrect action hero that is set up at Paramount.
So there is another one on the long lines of celebrity type like that. Did you see that Ryan Reynolds, on top of doing Detective Pikachu, is actually going to produce a Clue movie that he's probably going to be in, and like is going to be with the same screenwriter as Deadpool.
Really?
Yes.
They should do a Duke Nukem Lara Croft crossover. Also,
Where
have you
they
seen those
bone?
trailers for Lara Croft?
Well, they
call
rebooted it.
Fucking Lara Croft. It's Lara Croft, correct?
No.
I've always heard Laura.
Laura.
L-A-R-A.
I always thought it was
Yeah, that's
pronounced,
coming from you people that say Mario.
but
so.
no, it is. I've heard. But I didn't see that. I kind of like it though, because if you watch it, it kind of almost
Mario.
looks like they're trying to do it more like she is actually the video game character, like
Yeah,
like
which
the
makes
way
sense.
they're shooting it and stuff like that. Like it looks like video game jumps and action and thing like that, and it looks kind of cool. I like that they're rebooting it though, because I can't stand Angelina Jolie.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I think Duke Nukem
was-
is good too.
I think she's a skank.
Well,
Yeah.
from the Duke Nukem franchise, apparently sat dormant in Dimension Films. The rights lapsed, and Paramount picked up the movie rights from Gearbox Software, the company behind the game. So they haven't they don't have a director, they don't have a screenplay. They
Okay.
just they know they want John Cena as Duke Nukem.
Makes sense.
I bought Duke Nukem Forever for like 14 cents from GameStop.
Didn't you hate that game?
And
I
they
played it for 15 seconds and went, fuck, you can only carry one gun.
probably
It's
also
Duke
sold.
Nukem.
They also bought it off the person you got it from for only 7 cents.
Yeah. I paid too much.
You did. You overpaid. Take it back.
I did.
Oh, good.
No, you didn't.
But then I bought the little statue off the feed bag for like $14. It's a cool statue.
8 inches.
Are we doing Frank's Corner?
Well, do you have a corner?
Sure.
Okay, I have celeb news too.
I mean, whichever way you want to go.
Well,
I don't know how good my corner is. It's I thought it was actually fitting. We kind of sort of talked about it, but I didn't really read down it much. I just saw the headline. Police scanner quotes from Philadelphia from Sunday night.
Yeah,
All right.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
I
So,
don't know how good they are. Like
we'll
I said.
see.
ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Frank's Corner.
Following interpretation is brought to you by Taste and Good Form.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Nobody just gonna be corner.
Sweet sound of silence, no Gibby. Ha! To ruin it. Welcome to the corner. We've already kind of talked about some of these things, probably.
What are you talking about?
Obviously, if you didn't know and weren't paying attention earlier, Philadelphia won the NFC Championship against the Vikings. Woo! So again, in preparation, they greased up some light poles trying to keep people from doing it, and
Didn't work.
a lot of fans were like, "Challenge accepted."
Hey, remember when they did that skull chant and we turned it into that Foles chant?
Girl,
Okay.
girl,
And
girl.
I mean, clever girl.
Come see Frank Ward at the Tap Room and Grill.
I'll stand up there.
I mean,
be
we
there
had to
watching me do it.
railroad over.
He'll be
your
in the
show.
back.
It's your segment. It's just for tradition.
We
Go
good?
ahead.
I'm just clapping. I don't even know if it's catching on the mic.
Just do it
Probably
in front of the
is.
mic now.
When you
You
do
and
it,
your
I'll
big
just
ol'
clap
hands.
underneath it. No, but
Shit.
I
So-
think we just fucking combined.
We found a career.
What was that thing called when Trunks and Goku do that?
Fusion.
Yeah, it wasn't Goku though. It was
Well, you know, could have happened.
I don't know.
We
Now,
really
this is how we do it.
Feels right.
Japanese anime.
So these are some alleged quotes. I mean, I don't know if they're really real or not, but whatever. So, Eagle celebrations have begun. Large crowds are already forming. We've already got a guy climbing a light pole.
They probably seemed so upset about that because they really tried. They literally had cops with tubs of fucking Crisco.
These are gonna read like Grand Theft Auto fucking NPC cop
I
things.
hope so. So far, they're pretty mild. For the
Let's
most
spice 'em
part,
up.
the crowd is boisterous but orderly, complying by police commands.
Philly cops don't know the word boisterous.
But-
They know like
boisterous.
wah wah. They're like Pokemon. They just say wah wah a bunch.
Wah wah.
Wow.
Wah wah wah.
Wah wah.
Wah wah
Wah
wah.
wah.
Wah,
Don't
wah,
person.
wah,
Wah wah
wah,
wah wah.
Wah wah wah.
We're going.
What? Watch the news. Cops are attacking people.
Wah 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 wah.
All right.
We're going
For
to get.
Trayvon. Wah 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 wah.
We're going to get people off the statue next.
I don't know. I didn't hear that one.
We have a film crew down here, and people are performing for them.
That was us.
No.
Probably the
That
poor
sounds
lady
like
and
a
her
porn.
baby.
That was the lady.
That's
Yeah.
how porn starts.
Ma'am, your baby.
Much louder crowd than we expected. Really, that's one of the go-to things. Oh, and there's some dude peeing while people are making out. Look at that.
Oh, are they peeing on them?
Can't see it. but
Philly.
it's there.
Actually, you could.
Oh,
Good.
no.
I
The,
think you have your social
and the
security
guy
number
taking
now.
a piss is wearing a McNabb jersey. How does that make you feel okay?
Old.
That makes
I hate him.
Probably eats a lot
I
of Campbell's.
hate him. Oh, that chunky soup.
Crowd is moving. Only 3,000 to 4,000 people remaining.
Oh.
That must have come from the stadium.
There's a guy running nude. He's carrying a green T-shirt and a pair of jeans.
No arrest.
He's got a valid point.
At least he had his clothes with him.
I think at
You-
this point they just didn't want to fill out the paperwork.
You're out a lot of cops that didn't do their job.
They just didn't want to fill out the paperwork.
Ah, Philly's finest.
Philly doesn't care as long as you're not beating somebody up or getting murdered.
They don't care then.
They just haven't found the bodies yet of whatever happened.
Yeah.
Send them to Camden.
There's a bus with NFL personnel that is stuck in traffic. We have a crowd breaking out their windows.
Because there was a bunch of Vikings.
Zero arrest.
We've lost the intersection.
Holy shit! It was a war. Fall back. Fall back to the four-way.
Retreat!
Fall back to the
Retreat!
circle. They went all the way to Jersey.
There's like 4 or 5 people arguing. Looks like it's breaking up.
Maybe the
lame.
people were breaking up. That's probably what they meant. Or no, you stay with me. No, you stay with me. Why are they arguing with that? Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Seemed like
They
the
should just
appropriate
agree.
place to do it, too.
Yeah.
He's standing on top of the bus stand.
What's a bus stand?
Like the station where you sit in the
little
rain
glass
to
thingy?
wait for the bus.
Oh, he did it wrong.
These must have been like, hey, we need you to go over to the bus stand. And like, oh, we're looking for this suspect. He's on top of the bus stand.
Sorry, I can't find him. That's actually a little sad. I expected more out of that thing. This is what I get for not reading full articles, but it was still good. It was all right. I mean, I did
So
have.
Oscars and Razzies.
I did look up some, just real quick. I can't find the article, but I was looking up. I had pro wrestlers' salaries, just to give you an idea.
Brock Lesnar rules them all.
Does he know? Wow.
He wasn't on the list, but it was on the most of the superstars were around like 2 mil as far as males go, except for like John Cena, who pulled in like 8, and The Rock, for what he did last year, pulled in like 3.2
He only showed up once.
for 3.2 million.
Was Chris Jericho on the list?
No, not that I
He
remember.
didn't make the list.
Well, it wasn't all of them.
See what you did there.
Oh,
Thank you.
I didn't.
Also,
I
he's
didn't.
in Fozzy, so it was kind of a legit question. Because, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
And-
MMR would be like, yeah, come fucking watch Fozzy.
But
About
like,
time, 10 years later.
all of the girls pretty much were at like 200K.
That makes sense.
And the biggest takeaway that I read though is that most of the athletes, unless it's some of them have contract agreements, but they actually are responsible for their own airfare, travel expense. Like they have to foot their own bill, and you don't get medical.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that the WWE does it now for medical. I mean, I kind of understand, but at the same time, really?
But what insurance company is going to be like, yeah, oh, you jump off steel cages for a living? Yeah, here you go.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean by they don't offer medical.
I don't think they. It's not the traditional medical, because they do send their people to their own doctors, their own surgeons, whenever they do get hurt, and they rehab at the performance center. So it's iffy.
So they don't get explicit medical, but they do have.
Yeah, So
staff.
I was looking actually at what like an NXT superstar makes, or somebody who joins onto the performance center at like that entry level. Everybody here at this table probably we would take a pay cut to start off as a wrestler in WWE.
No
Oh,
way.
well, okay. I quickly
low.
found. So I'll go quick through these.
It's like $45K a year.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Randy Orton had a cool 1.9 mil for 2017.
He's a pretty face.
Seth Rollins, 2 mil.
Really?
Taker, for 2017 he made 2 mil. But I'm sure
or 2 appearances.
I'm sure at some point in his career he was probably making a lot more than that.
They probably paid him a mil appearance.
Shane O'Mac brought in 2.2 for his death. Or whatever he did, right?
No, he faced AJ that last year.
Well, AJ made 2.4.
See, now they lowballed him. To me, he should be up at like the top tier. He's carrying that SmackDown brand.
Roman Reigns weighed in at 3.5
They should just fire him.
They're still trying to get him over. They haven't given up on him yet.
It'll
It's
probably
been
be
like
him versus
3 years
Brock
running.
again.
Nobody wants it.
Nope.
Triple H raked in 3.8.
Is that his combined salaries?
I don't know.
Because he gets a performer salary and he gets the
I'm assuming
front
this is
office.
probably just his performer salary.
That's probably right.
But then John Cena brought in 8 mil, and he was the biggest earner of 2017.
He's pretty.
Not
too.
even more than Brock.
That's what this says. I don't know what the source is, but that's what this
Unless
says.
maybe Brock's agreement wasn't there.
I don't know why the picture's an empty room.
It's because that's where
You
Zack
can't see
Ryder
him.
is.
'Cause you can't see.
Ah!
Oh. Wait a second.
Bump, 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 bump.
I think whenever Gibby's not here, I can't read. I don't know what it is. John Cena was the second biggest. Brock Lesnar was the biggest at 12.
Yeah. Which, when they keep saying like he's done after Mania, why? You have such a cherry gig. You come in, you fuck up people that you shouldn't be fucking up, and then you get to leave for $12 million.
Yeah.
They left you the champion for the whole year to do minimal work.
And do nothing with that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to speak or anything like that because he's got a
he's got
a high
Paul
man.
Paul
He's got Paul
Heyman, who
Heyman.
is the best manager. Which, speaking of fucking managers, the Roll 25, they put Brother Love on it, and Brother Love says 2 fucking words. It's Brother fucking Love.
Yes.
He's like maybe the 3rd greatest manager ever.
Maybe.
5th.
Okay.
12. Wait, what?
I'm running them all through my head like, well, Bobby the Brain is
Yeah,
number
I had
1.
2 more. I forgot. I think I put Paul Bear for him.
That makes sense. And then Paul Heyman's in there too. So he just starts dropping after you think about it for a little bit.
Have you realized how many there were?
Yeah.
Moving on to Stephanie McMahon. She makes the most among the girls,
Well,
obviously. And 1.7 mil. Well,
As a performer,
1.75.
I'm assuming as a performer.
It just says in earnings for her part in the WWE machine, whatever that really means.
Because she's got 2 roles too. She has the performer and she has the
Front office or
Yeah.
back office. Front
But
office?
she's a non-wrestling role. They usually pay. They're supposed to pay them less.
Has she ever had a wrestling match?
She wrestled Brie Bella recently. But other than that, there's rumors she might be in the Women's Royal Rumble.
That'd be interesting.
Seems like a fucking tank.
She is. She's non-stop training.
Well, I was gonna say she's kind of been in the biz for long enough. She should be a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I
don't
would
know how to
not
do something
fuck with
more.
her. She seems like she would just fucking eat your soul.
Like, Nikki Bella brought in a modest 400K.
They're so useless. I hate them. I hate them so much with a passion.
But
Just
she
the Bellas or Nikki
The
Bella?
Bellas, they suck.
All the girls are.
Bellas.
Nah, fellas are kind of.
you might have to break it down for her. I think she's still confused.
Nikki and Brie.
Okay.
last name
They're
is Bella.
twins.
Okay.
They showed up as arm candy, and then for some reason they said we're gonna make you the face of the women's division because you're
so much
fucking John
better.
Cena
Well, then on top of
and
that,
Daniel Bryan.
Paige fucking died.
That too.
I feel bad for that girl. She got fucked up.
She sure did get fucked.
Nah.
It's a new day. Yes, it
Well, not on top of that. Did you
Just
hear,
like that.
Did you hear how bad her injury actually is? I didn't even
I don't
watch-
know because she was riding it pretty hard.
Yes, she did.
She got kicked in the back of the neck. And
She
it gave her,
sure did get it in the back of the neck.
It gave her permanent nerve
I
damage,
don't
and
know
now
what I
she's
was
just
gonna
gonna
say.
have chronic pains, like shooting random pains for the rest of her life.
She has a career.
No, she
No, I just saw her do a casting couch. She's got jobs lined up. She'll be all right.
She might have
with a new
Casting
general
couch is a
manager.
but
type of porn.
not WWE anymore.
She's
no.
currently not cleared to
No,
wrestle.
she's at
I don't think she ever-
www.browsers.com, not WWE.
I don't think she's ever gonna be able to.
Some
come
of
back
those
to
porn
wrestling.
stars make a lot
She'll
of
get
money.
come back, and then somebody will wipe it off of her. You can see my comedy show.
Good segue.
Yeah. I'll save it.
Say a whole bunch of jokes and then kiss me later. Nikki Bella also has her travel accommodations paid for,
Because she travels with John.
so he pays for them. Eva Marie,
Fired. She's no longer there.
well, she made $250,000.
That was the next one they were building, and then she sucked.
Who was that? Go ahead, just read your list.
Well, it's not like The Rock, 3.5, like I said.
For one appearance.
Love him.
Yeah. The Big Show,
Not many appearances.
1.3 mil, and travel accommodations,
I-
plus a personal tour bus.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He gets in the tour bus like it's a smart
The
car.
one that I was shocked about, and I don't know if he's still on that list, is like Sheamus still makes about $1 million.
No, he's not on this list.
He made still $1 million, but he hasn't really been relevant in like 6 or 7
He
years.
has an okay tag
Could be a
thing.
contract.
It just shocked me that I saw it. Because when I saw it, he was only like a tag
I
team champion. at the
apologize to
time.
the microphone.
Yeah,
I
you
get it.
better. You better.
The lowest salary for a wrestler in the WWE that is about $52,000.
And those are
Safe
the
for
entry
her.
levels then.
Yep.
Oh, like
Yeah, the lowest salary that a wrestler for the WWE receives in a year is approximately $52K. It also is worth noting that does not provide health insurance for the wrestlers, and wrestlers are expected to cover their own travel expense.
well, holy shit, really?
Those NXT
Yes.
people that like
guess
they
it's
do
just
most of the
odd.
shows in Florida, and then they have Takeover Philly. They have to come up to Philly on their own dime.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
figure
that's
it
not
out.
that bad.
Yeah, road trip.
That's not.
Spirit Airlines.
But they also do.
Spirit.
They also do UK tours. They've done Australian tours. Like, I would hope they would not bring those type of people along on the tour. Like, look, you only make 52, so we're gonna do you a favor and keep you home.
No, they probably do. They probably just go, well, if you want to come, you're more than welcome. We'll put you on the bill.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are you gonna do? Like,
Not go.
how do you expect somebody at 50 fucking? Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Ridic.
It is ridiculous.
Wow.
You know who got ridiculous? Paige. I don't
Yes,
know what
she
that
did.
means.
Is that?
Listen, I'm not. It's fine. People are allowed to do
She
things
was
with.
dating one of the guys from one
All
of the
of them.
bands I listen to.
I
That
don't
ended
know.
years ago.
It did?
What was the band?
Like a Day to Remember or something?
Turn the page on her back and fuck her. It's a Bob Seger song. I
Yeah.
think.
And on,
Yes, it is.
and on that note, that brings us to
I was just trying to see how many fucking puns I can make about having sex with Paige.
No, I admire that.
Xavier gave her woods. Bam!
That's why it's his show.
Yeah. I shine once a week.
Zing.
You
That's
get me a
that's all I
hoodie
have.
with your nails name on it, and then have a guy named Justin make fun of me for it.
He unblocked me. He wouldn't have me back, but he unblocked me.
Does he have a new job yet?
No. He's still on LinkedIn with me.
Oh, who is that? Who's the one diva? Getting completely off subject before.
It's kind of on subject.
That was like
We're talking about wrestlers.
she was on. Her whole thing was like a Long Island chick, and she'd come out and she'd be like, "My name."
Carmella?
Is... Oh God, I hate. Is
She's
she still
Miss
wrestling?
Money in the Bank.
Is she still doing the whole? My name is. It's annoying. I don't like it.
Not recently.
Yeah, it's not good. It wasn't good. Also, Terry Reynolds was at the 25th thing.
Her face
And
wasn't melted.
I was like, oh, I used to whack it to you. You look like the fucking female gremlin from Gremlins.
But
Melting?
still not as bad as I thought it would be. Like,
Stratus
ugly.
is still hot.
But she's blonde again. Come back.
Someone used to call me that at work.
Come back.
Trish, just because of the name.
Come
Trish.
back.
You
You
killed
are
that
not
person.
Trish Stratus.
You killed that person now.
Yeah.
Do not ruin Trish Stratus for us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What does she look
Not you. bitch.
So, like she said a little bit earlier, we're near the 9 o'clock hour, so we'll go around the horn, see what everybody's got to plug. Frankie Klein, you're up first.
Oh, I wonder why I'm on the show.
My boobs are
So
bigger than
Thursday
hers.
coming up is my first round comedy competition. You can see me perform at the Tap
They are.
Room Grill. I am doing things
I don't care.
at the Tap Room Grill. The address is 427 West Crystal Lake Ave in Haddonfield, New Jersey. I will be performing at roughly 9 o'clock. Come.
Kind of
Also,
like
you
what
can
they did to
follow
Paige.
me on
Come.
Instagram at Frank_Klein_comedy, and that'll be fun. And yeah,
Oh shit.
that's it.
Frank Ward, what you got?
I'm not ready. I was listening to it. I was listening to the plugs. I was so blown away because it sounds like totally
That's all,
some.
folks.
It sounds like totally something I want to do. Be a part of. Yeah.
There you go.
Would you take the fuck? There we go. God,
I don't want to be
delay.
in that picture.
All right, now you can follow me on Twitter at the Dace Man Show, where I tweet about once a week. But this week it's Frank Klein. Ha!
Every week at 9 o'clock when he plugs, he tweets the whatever picture he takes.
It's the only time I remember that I have
It's
Twitter.
the tweet of the week.
Wow.
It's the only time I remember that I have Twitter. Seriously.
Oh,
That's,
so I'm just a fucking game to you.
yeah, and you're in there as Frank Clone? No, Frank Klein.
At Frank Clone.
I don't send the real me here.
That's
Send the
safe
clones.
calls.
Yeah.
Just in case you get shot.
Yeah. Order 66. Was it 66?
Yep.
Yeah.
Execute order.
I probably could have typed more like,
66.
hey, check out his comedy, blah, 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 blah. But I didn't do anything like that that would be helpful for you.
We now have one fucking viewer again, so they didn't hear me just plug my shit.
Let's say it again.
Taproom, New Jersey. Go.
Taproom Bar and Grill. I'm doing a comedy
Funny,
competition.
funny, haha.
427 West Crystal Lake Ave, Haddonfield, New Jersey. Come see me do comedy. I did a bunch of jokes tonight. They were funny, mostly about that WWE Diva Paige who had sex with Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox.
Yeah, Trish laughed a
sex.
lot at what he said, so you know he's
Yeah.
funny.
Trish doesn't laugh at anything because she's a miserable, dark-hearted person.
I mean, that second half of that is true, but I'm not miserable.
You make
Dark-hearted?
others miserable.
Dark-hearted.
Dark-hearted's true.
Person?
Yeah.
Meh.
She's not a person. She's a mogwai. Don't feed her after
I'm not a
midnight.
gremlin yet.
What do you got to plug?
Mogwais are cute.
The Madden tournament, but you already did, so fuck you.
You still could do it again for the
You did-
one
yeah.
person that showed up and may not know what's going on.
That
Probably
really
still
wanted to
Travis.
play Madden.
Right? They were like, hey, what's this
It's
Madden thing I hear
probably
about?
Really wanted to play Madden, and now they
Travis,
have the thing.
if it's you, I miss you and your smooth voice.
Maybe him and his smooth voice wants to come play Madden. He could get up here by Sunday.
You never
Maybe
know.
his smooth voice wants to come watch me do comedy.
That's true.
Maybe.
Maybe it's
I
just
miss you,
somebody on
Travis.
Instagram because some people like me on there.
You know what I'm excited for?
Franks for Everything Part 2.
No, not that. I'm excited. There's no Gibby
What?
here this week to interrupt me. It's gonna be great. I'll kick you in the head. Like this will be the highest my foot's gone in 3 years.
I hope so.
Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at The Dace Man Show. Follow me on Twitter at The Dace Man. Go subscribe to us over on YouTube.com, even though that's a dying medium. YouTube.com/The Dace Man Show. Give us a heart here on Twitch. Subscribe to us. You get my Snapchat. You get some cool emotes, and there's a bunch of other shit I listed that I'll probably cash in on for you. Who knows? Don't forget, like she said, Madden tournament this Sunday noon. 7 spots remain. Check out thedacemanshow.com/tourneys to register for one of those 7 teams. We'll also be there Saturday at the NXT Superstars signing at Adventureland for Ember Moon and Aleister Black. We'll be playing WWE 2K18. And lastly, February 24th at noon is the Dace-tacular Gaming for a Cause 5. Now I got a
Holy shit,
poster
there's
for
5
it.
of them.
Yes.
That's the scary part.
So we'll probably quit after that.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you guys for
This is a good
tuning
run.
in. I think I plugged everything.
Yeah, somewhere.
Probably.
Not a breath.
A little out breath.
I am.
See, so you actually like the interruption because you have a moment to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just didn't know
I'll
it.
do Gibby things.
No, please don't do Gibby things.
We made it through a whole show.
We did. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. For the few. There it is, for the proud. And for the Dace-tacular. We will see you next Tuesday.